So I'm walking towards that area so that at least we hear what the common mwananchi has to say. We've heard from the leaders, we've heard from the members of parliament, but what do the Kenyans who are attending this ceremony have to say concerning the celebrations that are going to be happening today? So I'm going to be listening to their views just to have a feel of what they can tell us. Of course, they are here in their numbers just to hear something that they have to tell us. Let me just get maybe one or two people who are going to tell us their expectations concerning the day today and what they are looking forward in terms of the women. I can see women who are here to celebrate. Let me just talk to them and hear what they have to say. Well, I just want to hear what they have to say concerning this. Let me just hear. Just a minute. I want to hear from these Kenyans concerning this today. Tell them first to be silent a bit. Thank you very much for joining us here on KTN News, and maybe you can tell us what's your expectations today concerning today.
Leo ni siku kubwa sana. Tumekuja juu ya kukuja kuapisha mdogo wa rais Kindiki, na sisi kama Wakenya, watu wa Nairobi tumefurahi kulingana vile tumeona rais amefanya vizuri sana. Kenya yetu lazima ikae na amani, na hatutaki mtu wa kutusi rais, na ndio maana rais alifanya hiyo, akasema Kindiki akuwe mdogo wake.
Asante sana. And of course, I understand that the deputy president-elect Kithure Kindiki has already arrived. So meaning that any time from now, President William Ruto is going to be arriving here and is going to be making his way here, and the ceremony is going to officially start. Of course, it's slated to kick off at exactly 10 a.m. But let me just hear one more comment, then I hand it back to Aseto in studio on matters to do with today's celebrations. Labda unaweza ukatuelezea, what are your expectations wakati Kindiki atachukua nafasi hii ya kuwa rais wa naibu rais katika nchi hii? Unatazamia labda afanye nini?
Mimi kitu moja naweza omba Kindiki, usiwe kama Gachagua. Unajua Gachagua president alikuwa anatoa speech asubuhi, yeye anatoa saa 7. Mimi kitu naweza kukuambia Kindiki na kuomba uwe mtoto wetu mnyenyekevu na ufuate sheria ya president na upende gavana wetu na upende mabunge wetu. Hiyo ndio nakuhimiza. Upende.
Thank you very much. Of course, those are some sentiments concerning the expectations today on what the Kenyans have concerning the celebrations and about Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, who is going to be sworn in as the third Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. But for now, Aseto, I want to hand it back to you in studio before we come back here and hear more reactions and more comments concerning today's celebrations. Over to you, Aseto.
Daniel Kariki joining us from the grounds there with Kenyans expressing their views on what they expect from the soon-to-be sworn-in Deputy President Kithure Kindiki. But those are live pictures as well that we are watching. That is Professor Kithure Kindiki just taking a stroll with with security detail. They are going to his former office where he will meet his staff before then proceeding to the KICC, where he then will be sworn in. Remember that today the man of the hour is Professor Kithure Kindiki. If I could just talk in terms of his life pretty much, and his early life and education. Born 17th July 1972 in Meru District. Kindiki attended Lenana School and later Moi University, where he obtained a Bachelor of Laws degree, and he also holds a Master of Laws and PhD in International Law from the University of Pretoria. He is a Professor of Law, and he began his career as a law lecturer at Moi University and later at the University of Nairobi, where he became the head of Department of Public Law. And now his political career, Kindiki's political journey began in 2013 when he was elected as the senator for Tharaka Nithi County. He served as the Senate's first majority leader, and he was re-elected in 2017, becoming the deputy speaker of the Senate. It will be remembered that Kindiki as well has actually been impeached as the speaker, and in 2022 he was appointed as the cabinet secretary for interior and coordination of national government, where he has served until this latest development that is seeing him being sworn in as the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. And it will also be remembered that at some point after the Gen Z demonstrations that happened in the country, he was actually let go from cabinet by the president, but was later brought back by the president. And notable roles that Kindiki has had, that is among top candidates considered for William Ruto's running mate in 2022 presidential campaign. Although he was not chosen, he was appointed as the Minister of Interior. Today, full circle, Kindiki goes back to being the deputy president, despite the fact that he did not get that opportunity in 2022. If you can see on your screen, that is Kindiki meeting the speakers of both the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, and of the Senate, Amason Jeffa Kingi, that is at KICC, before he makes his way to the podium, to the venue where he will be sworn in as the deputy president. Now, if we can just talk, Sandra, now with these latest development, as those pictures play, is this the reset button for President Ruto and his government?
The reason?
A reset button.
A reset button. Yes, I believe it is. I believe it is, and I say this with a lot of respect to the former deputy president, but I think Professor Kindiki should have been the guy from the beginning, because I want to go back to where we were saying that as the CS of Interior, Professor Kindiki has worked quietly, silently, achieving. When we go to the issue of cattle rustling in Turkana area and Pokot and all those other regions, I think he has done a good job, because the place, the reports of deaths and cattle rustling attacks are not there. They have drastically reduced. I do not believe that the members of parliament, the Senate, the governors of those areas would be quiet if there was nothing that has been achieved in those areas. On top of that, Professor Kindiki has also spearheaded police reforms. We have seen him at the head of ensuring that the KK manifesto of salary increase for the police has actually been achieved. So I think Professor Kindiki has turned out to be the person that President Ruto actually needed. The choice of Rigathi was only probably as good as for the elections, because like I said in the very beginning, Kenya is pandemically a political nation. But when after the elections, we expect our leaders to quickly transform into administrative and policy making, institutions in themselves. So I think Professor Kindiki got the memo. He transformed into a worker, into a policy maker,